Alright guys, I'm not gonna make this video long. It's gonna be a very short video, but guys, I just had to break down Terence Crawford jab against Spence. Let's take a look into this. Now guys, we've seen that Terence Crawford dominated this fight with his jab. A lot of people don't talk about that. But guys, notice this. Errol Spence did not one time try to counter Terence Crawford's jab. And that's why Terence Crawford was able to jab him at will this whole fight. Look at this. Not one time did Errol Spence try to come over the top, to try to come in the inside of that jab. Not one time did he try to counter that jab, guys. And that was the whole difference. That's why his jab looked so dominant, guys. If you don't counter punch somebody, guys, they can keep doing the same thing. You're not going to be able to block every punch. Errol Spence sometimes did parry the jab, but you're not going to be able to do that every time. And it's like Spence is, and I understand what Sean Porter was saying when he said, when he fought Terence Crawford, he felt like he was in there with a smarter fighter than when he fought Errol Spence. He said a lot of times he did some stuff against Errol Spence, and Errol Spence didn't act like he knew what to do. He didn't know how to counter it. And y'all know what I'm talking about, that kind of pivot that Sean Porter was doing. Errol Spence didn't have no adjustment. Errol Spence not one time thought, let me come over the jab. And that's why Crawford dominated him with the jab. Now, Crawford can do that again against somebody that's not a counter puncher, but if somebody's smart, they're not going to let Crawford throw the same jab every time without countering. That was the difference. That's how Terence Crawford's jab looked beautiful that night. I'm not going to say that he don't got a good jab, but that's why I looked at so dominant that fight against Errol Spence.